This is Prem Kumar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Kognadu College of Engineering and Technology. So now I'm going to explain computer systems. So in that, I'm going to explain computer basics and also components of computers. And first one, so we have computers. So what is my computer? So computer is nothing but a electronic device. It accepts set of inputs and process and produce the desired outputs based on the inputs. So there is a concept of computers. So computer is nothing but an electronic device. It's a digital device. It accepts set of inputs and produce the outputs. This is electronic device that accepts set of data and process those data to perform mathematical and logical operations. After performing this operation, it produce the desired output. That's a computer systems. And the computer have four parts. One is hardware, software, data, and last one users. So these are the four parts of the computers. So first one, hardware. So hardware is nothing but a physical device. So what physical devices are connected to the computers are called as a hardware. The hardware and the computer have more than one hardware. It's nothing but a mechanical parts. So each and every parts have some different operations, the different behavior. It consists of physical devices of the computer. So computer system having many devices like input devices, output devices, storage devices, and processing devices like that. So these are some of the devices are connected to the computers, physical devices. These are the called as a hardware. In that we have an example like in computers we have keyboard, monitor, RAM, hard disk, printer, and processor. So these are all the some of the hardware in the computers. So it's nothing but a hardware. So next one, software. So software is nothing but a set of instruction. These instructions are used to perform some specific task. It's called as a software. So in the program also set of instructions that written by the using some programming language that is understood by the computer also solve the specified task. Hardware components of the systems cannot perform any task without the use of software. In the software is nothing but a set of instructions. These instructions are used to perform some specific tasks. Based on the user requirements, it process some specific tasks. Okay, that's called as a software. So in that we have two types of software. One is a system software, another one is application software. System software is nothing but the software is a set of instruction. It is act as a platform for the some other softwares. That's a system software. Example, we can say operating systems like Windows, Linux, Unix. So these are like some of the system software. And then application software. So application software is nothing but it perform specific tasks. So these softwares are specially designed for the some specific tasks. So these softwares have set of instructions. These instructions are used to perform some specific tasks, that is a user requirements. Example, we can say MS Office, C++, C. These are some of the application softwares. Okay. So another one, data. So data is nothing but a meaningful information is called as a data. Now computers accepts data like alphabets, like alphabetical character A to Z, and the numbers 0 to 9. So these are all some of the data. There's a meaningful information. And then we can give these inputs with the help of keyboard. So we can give the this meaningful information to the computers. So another one, next one, last one, user. So user is nothing but a people who are all interact with the computer are called as a users. And then who are all the user means programmers, data entry operators, system analysts, and computer hardware engineer. These are all the these guys are the users in the computers. Okay, so these four are the parts of the computer. First one is hardware, software, next one data, and then user. So these four are parts of the computers. So another one, next one, components of computers. In that system, computer system having three major components. One is a input and output unit. Another one is a central processing unit. Another one memory unit. In the input and output unit is nothing but the computer is nothing but it accepts set of inputs and produce some output. So we are giving some input with the help of input device, with the help of input unit. So after that processing, it's stored into the memory. So after it show the output to the user with the help of any output device like monitor, like that. So these are called as a input or output unit. So another one, central processing unit. So central processing unit is nothing but a processor. So we can say it's a brain of the computers. It acts as a brain of your brain of the computers in process all the instruction and produce the set of outputs. So next one, memory unit. So memory unit is nothing but it's a very important unit in the computer systems. Computer processing data. So these data will be stored into any one memory, any one location. That's location is called as a memory. That's the data will be stored in any one memory, any one space. The space is called as a memory. It store the data, all type of data, normal text data, and then audio, video, or anything. So all type of data is stored in the memory. Okay. So first one, input and output unit. So if the user want to interact with the computer, means with the help of input device and output device. So user want to interact with the computer, means you are giving some input to the computers with the help of some input devices like keyboard, mouse, scanner. So these are some of the input devices. You are going to give the input with the help of these devices. So after the computer accepting these inputs and process, it produce the output of the desired inputs. In that output unit provides the processed data through a monitor or printer. So monitor and printer are the output device. It show the output to the users. Next one, central processing unit. So central processing unit is nothing but a processor. Already explained, I told it's nothing but a brain of the computers. It consists of control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, and a set of registers. This central processing unit consists of three characteristics. One is a control unit, arithmetic and logical unit. Next one, registers. We will see one by one in next slide. So next one, memory unit. So memory unit is nothing but in the computer accepting data and it produces some output. This output will be stored in any one memory locations. That's a space. The space is called as a memory. In that computer consists of memories like cache memory, primary memory, and secondary memory. Okay. Consist of cache memory and primary memory. These memory are used to store data when the processing of instruction. And then next one, central processing unit. So central processing unit is nothing but a brain of the computers. It perform both arithmetic and logical operations, and also it has a set of registers, and it consists of control unit. Here it consists of three parts. One is the control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, another one set of registers. So these are temporary storage area for holding data and instructions. So registers are the temporary storage area for holding the data and instructions. So ALU perform arithmetic and logical operations, and then CU, something about control unit, controls the controls and coordinate the entire activity in the computer units. Okay. Then we will see in diagram. We have diagram, central processing unit, and then first one control unit, and the next one arithmetic and logical unit, and then registers. So CPU have these three parts. One is a control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, and then registers. So first one, in the CPU execute the stored program instruction. So those instruction and data stored in memory before executions. So if, the computers want set of instruction or inputs, these instruction and inputs are stored in any one data memory for execution. Okay. In the CPU also act as a administrator and responsible for supervising operations of other parts of the computers. And first one, arithmetic and logical unit. In that CPU having the parts like ALU. This ALU is nothing but arithmetic logical units. It perform arithmetic operation and logical operations. So arithmetic operation nothing but addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions. So these are all the arithmetic operations. And on logical operations nothing but logical unit like logical AND operations, OR operations, NOT operations. So these are some of the logical operations. These operations are also performed in the arithmetic logical units. It will perform the logical operations based on the user expressions. Nothing but it perform the testing also performed by using relational operator. Okay. Either AND operator. So we have expression like less than, greater than, with the help of AND or OR operator, we can express the multiple expression. That is multiple operators. Okay, more than one operators. The ALU perform arithmetic logic operations and store the processed result into memory. So each and every time computer processing the data means it will be stored in any one memory locations, either your secondary device. So it may be a hard disk or anything. Okay. Next one, register. So register is nothing but a high speed storage area. These it's nothing but the data will be stored in processor itself, but it's having less storage capacity. So registers not having any address locations, but register instructions are directly accessed by the CPU. It store data instruction and addresses and intermediate results of processing. So before processing of any logic, so we need data and perform instruction and program instruction within the register. The CPU having a different register, so each register serving the specific purposes. So here register we have 6 type of registers. First one, program counter. Next one, instruction register. So another one, memory address register. So next one, accumulator, and MBR is nothing but a memory buffer register. Next one, data registers. First one, PC. So PC is nothing but a program counter. In the program counter, store the address of the next instruction to be executed, and then instruction IR instruction register is nothing but a register. These registers store the currently executing instruction. That's recently executing instruction will be stored in these instruction registers. And then next one, MAR. MAR is nothing but a memory address register. Store the next address location for executing the instruction. That's a MER, memory address register. Next one, accumulator. Accumulator is nothing but a register. These registers are store the result of arithmetic and logical operations. So the result of arithmetic and logical operations. MBR is nothing but a memory buffer register. It store the data temporarily in the memory space. And next one, DR is nothing but a data registers. It store the variables in the registers. Like these are the 6 registers. First one is accumulator. So accumulator, it stores the result of arithmetic and logical operations. If the computer perform arithmetic and logical operation means like addition, subtraction, multiplications. So these instructions are results are stored into the one register. The register is called accumulator. And also logical operations, AND operation, OR operation. Either you are comparing, performing the relational operators. These results will be stored in accumulator also. And also IR. IR is nothing but an instruction register. It store current instruction most recently used. That means currently executing instruction will be stored in this register IR. And also program counter. So program counter is nothing but it contains the address of the next instruction to be executed. So which instruction currently one instruction is executing in the processor. After we need have to execute the another instruction. These instructions, the next instruction to be stored in the program counter. There's a memory location to be stored in the program counter. Next one, MER. MER is something memory address register. It contains address of next location in the memory to be accessed. And then MBR, the memory buffer register. It stores data temporarily from memory or data stored to the memory. Okay, this is a MBR. Then the data will be stored in temporarily in the register MBR. So another one DR. This is the data register. Store the variable and any other data in the registers. Okay, this is a DR. DR is another registers. And then next one, control unit. So control unit is nothing but the unit. It controls the entire activities in the systems. So that means does not do any operations, but it organizes the processing of data and instructions. It acts as a supervisor and controls the activity of other units in the computers. Control unit directs the computer to carry out stored program instruction by communicating with the arithmetic logical unit and registers. CPU also holds the CPU's instruction sets. Okay, and then next one, memory unit. So memory unit is a very important unit in the computers, because the computer processing some set of inputs. These inputs are stored in after processing. We have some output. This output will be stored in any memory locations that that's why it's very important in the computers. So there are following memory available in the computers. First one, cache memory. Another next one, primary memory and secondary memory. First one, cache memory. So cache memory is something but one of the fast accessing memory. You have very less storage space, and then we can say it's a storage buffer. So data will be stored in temporarily in the cache memory. And the next one, primary memory. Primary memory is nothing but a volatile memory. So here also data will be stored in same temporarily. Something but a RAM and a ROM. RAM is something but a random access memory. ROM is something but a read-only memory. So next one, secondary memory. Secondary memory is something but a non-volatile memory. That means data will be stored in always. That's a permanently data will be stored in the secondary memory. So example, we can say hard disk or memory cards. So like that. So these are all the secondary memory, like pen drive also. So secondary memory. Okay. So memory unit. And then first one is cache memory. So cache memory is a very high speed memory. So we can access the data in the cache memory in very fast. It is placed between RAM and CPU. So cache memory is placed between the RAM and CPU. It will be placed CPU and RAM. The cache memory increases the speed of the processing. So cache memory is a storage buffer that store the data and used by the CPU. So cache memory is built into a processor located between the CPU and RAM. So cache memory is built in between the CPU and RAM. Okay. So cache memory also have three levels. So one is level 1 and level 2 and level 3. The data will be stored in based on the level 1 cache memory and the level 2 cache memory. And some of the systems also have some separate memory in the motherboard, like level 3 cache. That's L3 cache memory. Okay. So cache memory is very expensive. So it is small in size. This memory space will be size will be 256 KB to 2 MB. The cache memory size will be 256 KB to 2 MB. And the next one, primary memory. So primary memory is called as a main memory. And the data will be stored in temporarily. That means whenever the application is running, the time the application data will be stored in RAM. That is a random access memory. So primary memory is a semiconductor memory. Primary memory is two kinds of memory, like RAM and ROM. So RAM is nothing but random access memory. Here the data will be stored in temporarily. The information stored in the RAM gets erased when the computer is turned off. Whenever the application is running, that time the data will be stored in RAM. So after executing of these applications or closing of these applications, automatically data will be erased in the RAM. Okay. So another one, ROM is nothing but a non-volatile memory. In the data will be stored in permanently. That means data will be stored in manufacturer itself. These instructions are written by the manufacturer itself. The input data entered through input devices are stored in RAM. Also processed output data also stored in RAM. So RAM having limited storage capacity due to its high cost. Okay, and then data flow. So data will be flowed from moving from to RAM and RAM to cache memory and then CPU. Whenever the processor processing the instruction, it first search the data in the cache memory. If it is available means it continues processing. Otherwise, if its data is not available means it go and search the main memory or like primary memory. That's a RAM. Okay, right. This is the concept of cache memory. And secondary memory. The secondary memory is nothing but a memory stores data and instructions permanently. Like the data will be always stored in the secondary memory. The information stored in the secondary memory for a long time and is generally permanent in nature unless erased by the users. It is a non-volatile memory, so it store the data permanently, and also it provide the backup for storing the data. Okay, the secondary memory has high storage capacity than the primary memory. So when compared to primary memory, the secondary memory have high storage capacity. Okay, and then secondary memory is also cheaper than the main memory. The stored data in the secondary device is currently not used by the CPU, but it is maybe recorded in the later use because the data will be stored in permanently. Okay, so whenever you want means you can search the data and access or use the data. It take longer time to access the data and instructions. So these are all the basic concept of computer and then components. So in that we have discussed about basic concept of computers and components. So normally computer is nothing but a digital device and it have three parts like four parts as hardware, software, data and user, and then three components, input output units, central processing unit, and then memory unit. Okay, thank you.